Welcome to the third Vodcast. In this episode, we will be exploring the evidence section of your ePortfolio and the Educator's Notes. The evidence section of the ePortfolio allows you to see the completed formal assessments that make up the minimum evidence required for workplace-based assessment. On the summary page here, which it automatically tabs to, you can see the number of assessments completed in each of the different domains. You can also see the minimum number needed to complete for that review. You can search for a specific review by using the drop-down boxes here through review type and review number. If you are less than full-time, you will likely have many more reviews than someone who is full-time. You can search through each of the specific assessment domains, which are multi-source feedback, patient satisfaction questionnaire, only to be completed in general practice, mini clinical evaluation exercise, only completed in hospital posts, DOPS, which you should essentially ignore. These are on here for trainees who have completed DOPS when they were active, but these have now been replaced by SEPs. Case-based discussion, consultation observation tool, only to be completed in GP post, clinical supervisor report, and clinical examination and procedural skills. You can view any submitted workplace-based assessment form by clicking on the View Submissions link here, and it will bring up a list of completed assessments. To have a more detailed look into each of the assessments, click on the name of that assessment. Each of the assessment screens will have a similar layout. For demonstration purposes, let's look at case-based discussion. To view a blank sample form to see what is being completed by a senior, click on the preview link here beside View Blank Form. To actually send the link to the form to your assessor, you have to produce a ticket code. You do this by clicking Produce Ticket Code here. You can either then copy and paste this information into an email, print a hard copy, or click the Notify Assessor link on the bottom right here. This code is unique to you and your ePortfolio for this assessment type, so you produce a new one each time you want a new assessment completed. This works exactly the same for all of the different assessments along here, though each of the forms looks slightly different as they are looking at different things, so it is worth having a look at the different forms with the preview button. For all of your work-based place assessments, these should be completed by someone at a level of ST4 or above, and SEPs should include minimum satisfactory requirements of breast, rectal, prostate, and male and female genital examinations by the end of your training. As mentioned before, DOPS is no longer in active use, but remains on the ePortfolio as an archive as evidence for those trainees who have DOPS as evidence. Therefore, the Skills Log tab here on the left-hand side and the Skills Log folder on your dashboards are essentially redundant now. Finally, let's take a look at the Educator's Notes. To access the Educator's Notes, as always, you can either do this through the left-hand tab, or if you go back to the dashboard, via the folders. This section allows for trainers, clinical supervisors, educational supervisors, and deanery administrators to enter comments in your ePortfolio. This could include a note about interim meetings that don't easily fit in anywhere else, or additional information they feel is important that they can't enter elsewhere. In Southampton, your attendance record at teaching and the CSA course feedback in ST3 will be included here. Each entry will be date stamped with the name of the person who entered it and a subject field. You'll be able to view everything that is entered in this section, but will only be able to respond to it through your learning log. It will also be available to the ARCP panels. The date of the latest entry will be displayed in the dashboard or home area of the site. You will not get any notifications about new Educator Notes which have been entered into your ePortfolio, so remember to check this regularly. In the next podcast, we will be explaining how to prepare for your ESR.